So you posted this comment in response to people asking for accessibility in game. And I'm going to let you in on something. No one's asking that someone be legislated into putting accessibility options into games. We're saying that's probably the right thing to do. As a business, morally, and for society. Because society looks out for each other. Now, I know you went on a big rant about how anyone can do whatever they want. Anyone can do whatever they want. But that has consequences. Let me tell you the story about Vantablack. Vantablack is a black paint made out of carbon nanotubes that blocks out nearly all of light. It's really cool. But the company that makes it licensed it specifically to Anish Kapoor for artistic reasons, meaning one person in the whole world could use Vantablack for artistic reasons and no one else. At that point, it did not matter how cool or good the paint was. The fact that no one could use the paint was shitty. And they were called out for doing that, and as a result, Vantablack competitors were created that largely did better. No one there was asking to legislate Vantablack into allowing other people to use it. They were fully legally within their right to say, this is something that only one person can use. But public opinion said more people should be able to use it. In fact, public opinion said everyone should be able to use it. And that had negative consequences. Now, you brought up Elden Ring in your previous rant about how a game without accessibility options can do well. But here's the hilarious thing. Miyazaki specifically said that he made Elden Ring to be more accessible than other Souls games. And Bandai Namco has said that they would like to make Souls-type games more accessible in the future when it comes to things like colorblind options and field of view sliders and vibration options and stuff like that. So people complaining about it worked. What you're saying is don't complain about it. You're saying that people shouldn't feel bad if they can't play a game due to lack of accessibility options because they're disabled. And I'm saying they fucking should. I'm saying that the artists who couldn't use Vantablack should have been pissed that they couldn't use Vantablack. And they complained, and thus we got competitors. And by people complaining and raising the voices of disabled people, it's making game developers realize that accessibility options are more important. And we are seeing games like The Last of Us 2 do incredibly well, and we're seeing public opinion shift against games that don't have accessibility options. This puts pressure on them to think about the disabled community first, allowing them to spend a little bit of money at the beginning of their development process and open up the game to more people. It's working as intended. Complaining is working as intended. You keep saying disabled people are entitled. The only entitled people are people like you. Because you believe that games and developers are entitled to be completely exempt of the consequences of public opinion. And one of those consequences is the public opinion of disabled people and disabled allies. So you're right. You can make a game for whoever you want with whatever options you want, and you can make a game with no accessibility options. No one is stopping you. No law is stopping you. But people might think that you're shitty, and that might eventually affect your bottom line. And most companies don't want that to happen, so most companies are trying to look into accessibility options. Because, like I said before, it's a good business idea. And here's the thing, most of the time accessibility options are not included simply due to incompetence. Because to effectively include them, you need to think about them at the very beginning of the design process, and most people don't. That's incompetence. This is ableism. Forgetting is just forgetting. Saying, fuck those people, we don't care about them, is being ableist. Also note, I know you're not going to agree with this. You're the guy who posted a comment saying that eugenics isn't bad. But this is an important topic for other people to see, so thanks for the topic.